Harrison Barnes. You're listening to 3-Point Conversion.
Okay.
How's camp going?
Great. Best day of the week so far today. A lot of energy, juice, building good habits. We're a ways away, but we took a good step today. But it starts with our energy, our buy-in, our commitment, our communication, and the detail work we've hit all week. It became clearer today and really took a step in that area. Done a lot of defensive drill work, habit work. We spent a lot of time there. And we've maintained our offensive principles from last year to this year, which is great. You know, I feel like we're much further ahead offensively at this point than we were at this point last year.
Five guys, counting the 2 guys, 5 rookie players that have played significant parts of the organization, whether it's here in Greensboro. What is sort of the challenge of getting so many young guys? How challenging is it to kind of have so many young guys on the roster, getting them up to speed? How much do you rely upon the veterans on the team?
Yeah, with young guys, I think the best teacher are the veterans. You know, watching them in their approach to practice, their attention to detail, their energy. Our young guys all have energy. We don't have to teach that or demand that. They just have natural energy and juice out there. It's really about the details, making sure the rotations are right, understanding our system, and that just comes with time. But learning from a veteran is the best teacher and coach out there. It's a challenge, but you know, all 5 of those individuals are going to play a major factor in our rotation at some point, you know, in their career. So, but our veterans, I can feel our veteran presence right now in camp. It's very clear and real to me that we have a great bunch of veterans that are teachers and coaches out there on the floor. So we're very blessed that way.
Young guys like Logan and basically Kyle right there talking about how you have helped them out as a head coach.
That's not true. They're just trying to get playing time. That's not true.
Can you explain?
I just told them to shoot it, you know, play defense. Sorry, go ahead.
Your philosophy, I guess, is helping them along because you know they've been here a long time to know to go from college to the NBA is easy. These guys may be contributors to the team this year. So how do you get them comfortable going from college to playing possibly minutes, heavy minutes, potentially soon, I guess?
I've got to stay patient with them and learn them. That's really the key right here. They're not going to be high-level impact guys immediately right out the gate. This just takes time to be successful. But I just want to see growth from one day to the next, more consistency from one day to the next. Knowing that young guys, that's a challenge for them. All young guys, that's a challenge to have consistent good days, consistent good drill work, consistent good decision making on the floor. That just comes with time. So, you know, for me, I just got to remain patient, pump them up, give them confidence to come back the next day and be better. And that's really my philosophy. You know, keep the confidence high, the energy high, so they're motivated to learn the next day and get better from one day to the next.
I mean, comments and communication too. He said you communicated with them. Basically, like going to, hey, how do I get playing time? He said, appreciate you telling them what to do. As a coach, how much do you want transparency, I guess, on both sides and make sure you're on the same page?
Transparency is key. Communication is key. That is what, at the end of the day, builds trust. And for good teams to be good teams, they have to have trust and buy-in. And the only way that happens is with communication. They're not always going to agree with my communication, what I say. And that's okay, but it's honest, it's real. And that's what allows us to build a strong foundation and a relationship that we can grow through and build on for years to come. But it really starts with honesty and transparency. And that's really, at the end of the day, what builds trust.
How crazy last year was with the protocols and the lack of practice and things like that. Your thought about, I guess, at this point, how last season helped you grow as a coach at all?
Well, we had to adapt. You know, Sam, it's a good question. I think at the end of the day, last year, we had to adapt and adjust from day to day. Now we have a little bit more time to look at our system, build our system, and prepare. But the best coaches I've been around are the ones that can adjust quickly on the fly, adjust and adapt to the team, adjust and adapt to the situation, adjust and adapt to the opponent in battle or, you know, on the practice court. And that's what sums up last season. It was chaos, and you had to adjust and adapt on the fly. And to me, that's probably my hope is that that's made me a better coach.
Look at a couple days of practice for you guys. Has anything jumped out at you in particular? Is it ball movement? Is it somebody who's making plays out there? Anything that kind of jumped out to you the first couple days of practice so far?
Just our overall physicality. I think that's the biggest thing is we've got to become a more physical team. And so far, I've seen more of that this season than last year. The physicality, the buy-in on the defensive end, the communication, that's got to be there for us. To me, that's what I'm watching. That's what we're demanding. And so far, we've seen that. As I said earlier, the ball movement, it's just who we are. It's what we do. You know, we move the ball, we share it. And when players do not do that, it sticks out. It's clear when the ball's not moving. It's clear when the ball's sticking. It's clear when guys are playing one-on-one too much. That's a product of our culture and our system.
This last thing for me, I guess, is you obviously have a game coming up in a couple of days.
Is that right?
You know, it's crazy, right?
Can we change that? Can you reschedule that, please, Brian?
So leading up to it, like, next couple of days, is it you ramp things up? Is it you just keep doing what you're doing? Is like, how do you prepare for preseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's early, and I don't want to skip steps, the details of our system and what we're trying to build for a preseason game on Monday. The reality is we're all competitors, and we want to be prepared for that first preseason game. We don't want to look like, you know, some knuckleheads out there. But that's okay. We'll take it one step at a time. We got a lot to put in. We've installed some offense. Obviously, we've installed a number of defensive schemes, but we're just going to take it one day at a time. And whatever we look like on Monday, we'll be ready for that, and we'll learn and we'll grow, you know, from that game on Monday. But we're not going to rush anything here, trying to get ready for a preseason game on Monday.
I know that it's early on, but how did the rookies this season compare to last season with having summer league and kind of a more normal schedule? Have you seen a difference between these rookies this season compared to last season?
I know more about these rookies. I can't speak for them. I got to watch them in Vegas. I've been around them. I just know these rookies personally on the floor and off the floor a little bit more than last year. I literally we were learning about Melo. I was learning about Melo, you know, on the fly last season in a very chaotic environment and schedule. This year, we've got our feet set a little bit more. I know these players at a much deeper level. I know their games at a deeper level, but more than anything, I know them as people, as individuals, which to me is the basis, the foundation for what we're trying to do. Good. Thank you.